Hey guys, so told you I was going to do a radiator and intercooler. C4 is 87. Uninstall and install. So this is, you've seen this on the Instagram. It's not the C5, this is my Pops. And if you want to explain a little bit what you're doing with, I know you did some of this stuff on here, you changed it out.
Okay, first of all, we are going to do a condenser change, and we'll show you why later once we get it out. But once you change that condenser, it'd be an opportune time to change your system from an R12 to an R134, because you can't get R12 anymore unless you want to pay lots and lots of money. But if you're going to do that, you're going to have to change the accumulator right here, and you're going to have to put the adapters on it right here that will allow you to put the 134 in instead of the R12. We've already done that. We put in a new compressor, and we put in a new accumulator, and our last step is, as a result of unfortunate rock, we're going to put into a new condenser.
And I'll post a picture of that on in the video, because it's a pretty good sized chunk.
Yeah, we'll show you that later. And a couple of things that's going to have to be done before you can get to all of this is there are several things that need to be disconnected. Right here is the temperature indicator. Up here is, I think this goes down to your transmission line. Of course, all of this here in the middle will have to come off. Radiator hose over there will have to come off. It's got a radiator hose down here in the bottom that we will take off after we get this off. So
and at this point you've flushed everything, so
yeah, the radiator,
that's like step number one. You need to flush the radiator.
Now if you were just changing the radiator, this here, which goes to your condenser in the front, would not have to come off. In our case, since we're changing the accumulator, this will also be disconnected. But other than that, we can start from there.
Okay, now we're going to, the first step, we're going to have to take off this air intake. So we're going to clamp right here, here. You got these plastic bolts here in the front. Then also you have two down in here. So we're going to take that off. Okay, so we got the air intake off the box. You can actually leave this on, loosen it. You only need to leave this loose, and then the MAF sensor connector you need to take off. Now, I don't have a small enough standard, so we're going to be using the 932 for the top, these bolts right here, and then the 10 for these on the bottom. And you can see all of them. They're all easily accessible. And then we're going to start taking off the clamps right now.
A half inch for the next one, it's right here. There. This one? Oh, okay, see it. Okay, this one you twist. Oh, you wouldn't have to twist. This plastic broke on me. This stuff is so brittle when you're working on cars, especially in the engine department, they keep cycles. There we go. I hope you can see this on here. It has the arm right here. And you twisted it. Yeah, it was brittle. Next over here, we're going to try to take it off on this end though.
Alright, now we got to take out the radiator hose. Just need a flathead. This. Next over here, we're going to try to just take it off on this end though. Thermostat housing over there. Just like that.
Yeah, because the fan will come off with the unit, and we'll have to disconnect the connector on the fan once we get it up.
That's I'm doing the bolts in the plastic shroud. Shout out to Yellow Vet too. I think it's Yellow Vet 4, Yellow Vet 04. If I get it wrong, sorry. I'll link it in the description. He does pretty cool tutorials also. A lot of electrical stuff too, if you're interested in that. Others. Humble people are my kind of people.
Another. Humble people are my kind of people. The C5 Shroud is much easier. So much less stuff to take off. I got some bolts passed your way. Oh, you already. Do you have the 932s? Yeah. Let's check here. Now.
You get to see my big old head in here. Oh, I missed one. Also looks like there's
It's a little miles. 60. 60. Geez, how many years is this? 87, so 32. 32 years? That's not a lot of driving. Yeah, you can try to find some of these online, but I mean, it's hard to find a low mileage one. You know, under 60K even, and most of them are well into the hundreds.
Alright, so there's a couple more bolts we missed here. One of them right down here next to the power steering reservoir. So if you feel it unable to, where was that? Go and take it off and it's not budging, just look around because you probably missed one. Okay, so we had some adjustment issues. We had to take move over the power steering reservoir. There's two 10mm bolts right here, and then also you're gonna have to take off this fan shroud as it seems to be impeding our progress. The fan shroud has 4 bolts, size 13, 2 up top, 2 at the bottom. Okay, so the shroud will come up. We only had to do the bottom 2. And you got to make sure there's a connector down here at the bottom. You got to get that out so you can lift this. And now we can we disconnected. The pin comes right out. Now you have access to your AC cooler, intercooler, and then you have your radiator. We're going to be putting a double. It's not a double din. That's for RAM, I think. Computer talk. This is going to be thicker. I'll just say that. It's going to be twice as thick, twice as much surface area. Yeah, there you go. That's how you take that shroud cover off.
Alright, the last thing that we need to do to get this radiator out is take the lower radiator hose off, and I'm loosening the bolt to that clamp right now. And it should be loose enough that we can get this loose, if I can get a hand in there.
I may have to get it from this side. Now we can lift this out of here.
Hold it. We have one more thing to take off.
Okay, so there was a transcooler line
Yeah.
down at the bottom, passenger side. and then of course the one at the top, and now we can finally lift it out. The one on the bottom's gonna be tough, so have fun with that. Look at all of that. Look at the front of this. You want to get that on the camera view?
It's on it. It's got it.
I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at all that junk. Bottom feeders. Alright, so, I mean, there is a ton of stuff in here. A ton.
Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of cigarette butts in there.
I mean, this is why people say they're bottom breathers, and it's a problem. So, I think even as just general maintenance, when you do a radiator flush, I would just pull it all out, because this is just crazy. That's airflow that's not going anywhere. But you can see the bulge back here in the back of this, from where the rock hit. Actually, if you see, it's all bulged out right here. It's probably hard to see on the GoPro, but it's just like it almost made its way through. Almost made its way through.
Okay, for the next action, we're going to need a 7/8 and a 3/4. And I've already loosened these to make sure that these come apart correctly. But anyway, you'll need a 3/4 there and a 7/8 here, and you loosen this one here, and this is for the condenser.
Replacing that too. We got a new one for it.
We'll show you this condenser once we get it off. Show you why we're changing it.
Yeah. Get a nice close up on that.
And this has no Freon in it because of the condenser. And the next one will take a 5/8 and a 3/4. And of course we've gone through the same action. Alright, you can turn it off since.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. If you can see here, I mean, look, it's actually, the rock came all the way in there. I don't know if you can see the difference of elevation, but it dented the whole thing. I mean, that's nuts. Look at that, bending that. So that's the reason why we're having a new one. And yeah, it'll look a lot better. All right, so that was the uninstallation of the radiator and the intercooler on the 1987 C4 Corvette. Hope you enjoyed watching. Part 2 is going to be the installation of the 2 new units, and we'll show those off. They're brand new, they're beautiful, they're shiny. Has the aluminums on the side too, no more plastic, so you're not going to have those critical failure areas. So yeah, tune in. Thanks. Alright, so this is why you need to change your radiator out when you do your flushes. You need to power wash this. But here's the, I mean, look at that. It is from a rock going right in there, and I'll show you like kind of like an angle there. That is just crazy. That destroyed that.